Up So High, Feels So Low by Jennifer Rickard. "Don't come near me!" John bellowed at the policeman, the wind almost whipping his words away as he leaned over the precipice. "I'm going to jump!" He'd seen this bit in countless films. He expected the policeman to freeze, to raise his hands, maybe back away a bit and speak soothingly. What he didn't expect was the policeman to shrug and say, "Go on then." John blinked. "Sorry, what?" The policeman gave him a long look, as if he suspected John was a bit touched in the head. "I said," he repeated, "go on then. Do it if you're going to." John paused. The world swam beneath him, glittering with lights. He was so high up. "Aren't you meant to be talking me out of this?" "Meh," the policeman said, leaning on the side of the railing, the right side, not the side that John was currently leaning off, and pulled out a cigarette. "I've been in this business a long time, son. It gets repetitive." He lit the cigarette with a flash of his lighter. John hesitated. "If this is some sort of ploy to get me to come back over there, it's not going to work." "No ploy," said the policeman. "I'm not playing any mind tricks. I can't be bothered, frankly." John felt a stab of irritation. This was his moment. People were meant to be worrying about him. What was this man doing not worrying about him? "Then why are you here?" he snapped. The policeman took a drag of his cigarette. "Got a bunch of supervisors downstairs. Promotions practically in a bag. Had to at least make a show of trying to talk you down." "Right," said John. He stared down at the ground. It was very far away. Oh, it was very, very far away. Oh, it was really, very, extremely far away. "So, you don't really care what I do?" "If you jump, you jump," said the policeman. "Nothing I can do about it. I tried my hardest to bring you back. But some people just can't be saved. I've got it all worked out. I'll come back down, face drawn, eyes sorrowful. My voice will tremble a bit. Brother officers will slap me on the back, tell me they're sorry. My superiors will feel sorry for me. And that sympathy will lead to a promotion. It's going to be great." John paused again. It made sense and all, but it still didn't seem quite fair. He'd spent all that effort climbing up the building and hanging off a railing until somebody noticed and called the cops, and now it was going to be for nothing. "Look," he put in haltingly, "I know you don't care and all, but could you just go through the motions?" "Why?" asked the policeman. "If you're going to go, you're going to..." "No, look," John interrupted. "This is my moment. I'm not having you fucking it up, okay? So, just do what I say." The policeman sighed, flicked the cigarette away. "I suppose I've got some time to waste. All right." He took in a deep breath. "So, why are you doing it?" John stared down at the lights until they started to blur before his eyes. This was more like it. "She left me," he moaned. "I loved her and she left me." "Oh, for fuck's sake," said the policeman. "What? What's wrong with that?" "It's so cliched," said the policeman. "Could you not have thought up something better than that?" Said John. "Like what?" "I don't know," said the policeman. "I'm not you. But there's got to be something more interesting that you've done. Doomed love affair is just so... well, it's so corny, frankly. Think up something else." "Oh," John considered his life for a very long time. "Well, there was that guy I killed." The policeman hesitated. "Pardon?" "Oh, I killed a man," John elaborated. "Oh, it was a while back. I'd almost forgotten about it. Yeah, he sort of tried to steal my wallet, so I beat him to death and chucked his body in a skip. Will that do for suicide?" said the policeman, off kilter for the first time in their conversation. Well, yeah, most people would feel guilty about that. Oh, right, said John, cottoning on. And the guilt would lead them to kill themselves, yeah? Said the policeman. Yeah? Cool, we'll go with that then, said John. He returned his attention to the precipice below. My life's not worth living, he moaned as convincingly as he could. I'm up so high, but feel so low. I can't go on, not after I killed. What's his name? Right, said the policeman. He tried to pull himself together. Well, that was a pretty bad thing to do. But maybe you should try and make amends for your actions in another way? Like what? Said John. He swayed as dangerously as he could without actually letting go of the railing. Oh, you know, by going to prison? The policeman suggested. Well, sounds a bit boring, John commented, getting into the swing of things. I mean, going to prison is so... well, it's a lot of effort, and the ground is right there. Yeah, the John muttered, but... prison? John snapped out of his performance. You know, you're a bit shit at this, he complained. Here I am, hanging off a building, and all you can say is, well, if you come back over, you can go back to prison. I mean, seriously, who would give you a promotion? The policeman drew himself up, offended. I happen to have a very successful rate, thanks. Really, said John. Really, said the policeman. After all, you don't want to kill yourself now, do you? John paused. He stared down at the ground. Oh, he said. Quite, said the policeman. Well, no, I don't, John replied. But only because you're not doing this properly. Exactly, said the policeman. That's what most people want. They want you to do it properly. All the drama and sympathy and shit. If you don't give them that, most of them come back from the edge in pure irritation. He hesitated. Of course, some of them don't. Some of them don't want to be saved and all, and some others need the softly approach, which I can't provide. So they just jump. And maybe they wouldn't have jumped if I'd been a bit nicer or pandered to their needs a bit. But maybe they would have. It's not really my fault, is it? Said John. Well, yes, actually, it is. The policeman shrugged. So long as I get the promotion, I don't really care. John considered his situation. It was cold and windy, and his fingers were cramping on the railing. He thought longingly of a nice hot bath and a good book. All right, he conceded. I'm coming back over. He turned and moved to climb over the railing, but as he started to do so, the policeman's hand landed heavily on his chest. Hang on a sec, he said. John froze. What? Well, said the policeman, if you come downstairs, what's the first thing you're going to say to my supervisors? You're going to tell them how awful I am, aren't you? Well, yeah, said John. Pretty psycho, you know. The policeman surveyed him for a long moment. The thing is, he said apologetically, I really need that promotion. I've got 3 kids to feed, you know, and you are a murderer. Some people would say you deserve to die. Said John. Yeah, well, but... Sorry, said the policeman, and pushed him backwards. It didn't take long in the end. Not long at all. Afterwards, the policeman turned his face to the wind for a while, the freezing breeze spiking tears into his eyes. Then, he set his shoulders low, put on his most defeated expression, and made his slow way back downstairs.